Okay. And he came in
So
from
they didn't
Lagos
test
2 days
him.
ago.
They didn't test him. They didn't do anything to anybody. They just told them to fill the form, and
Okay.
after filling the form, they gave them the form back and all that. That was all. No test, nothing.
Well, you know that there's a thermometer. That there are machines that are heat sensors, I think, or thermometers, kind of. And when you walk through them, they will pick up whether you have a high fever or not. So there are actually checks going on, but you just don't
Oh,
realize that
okay.
there are checks going on.
Okay, maybe
Mm.
it's
But
okay.
but
All right.
but but that's also why that's also the reason why we missed it with the Italian man, because those kinds of tests will not pick up the virus if you do not have symptoms like fever.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing that they can do really is take your blood. That's the only way that they can ensure you don't have
Uh-huh.
coronavirus. Yes.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
it's
Okay.
quite it's quite tricky to manage. Adejunwa, thank you so much for calling to share that with us. Our second story: the Lagos State House of Assembly has sacked two principal officers from their posts and suspended two other members from the House. On Monday, the House stripped Chief Whip Rotimi Abiru and Deputy Majority Leader Olumuyiwa Jimo of their positions. Two other members, Moshood Oshun and Adewale Rahim, were suspended indefinitely. They were accused of gross misconduct and insubordination. Today, their offices were sealed off. Should principal officers of your State House of Assembly be getting removed from their posts without the House informing you? Should members be suspended from the House of Assembly without the people who elected them being made aware that there is a case against them? Moshood Oshun represents Lagos Mainland Constituency 2. Adewala Rahim represents Ibejuleki Constituency 2. And I'm sure the people of Mainland and Ibejuleki would want to know the precise reasons why their representatives have been suspended. The House says it was for insubordination. And I have to ask, are members of the House expected to be subordinate? Is that a good enough reason to kick them out? Isn't their loyalty first and foremost to the people who elected them? Now, the second charge against the suspended members is misconduct. What type of misconduct exactly? I mean, should the people not be informed? And by the way, just a few days ago, the Guardian newspaper reported that this same House of Assembly spent 2.4 billion naira last year in official cars for its members. 80 cars. There are 40 members, so that's 2 cars each in 1 year. 2.4 billion naira. So perhaps we need to be asking, what exactly is happening in the Lagos State House of Assembly? Now, I put a call into the Speaker of the House. I put a call across to all the characters in this story. And interestingly, all day their lines were busy, their lines were waiting. We're going to keep trying to get in touch with these players in this story. And we'll bring them here to the Nigeria Info Studio and ask them to tell us what exactly is happening in the Lagos State House of Assembly. What do you think about the Lagos Assembly suspending some of its members? Do you think these things should be done with more information to the public, or do you think the House should handle its affairs quietly? What do you think about them what do you think about the House spending 2.4 billion on 80 cars for themselves last year? What do you think about that? 01277 That's our old number. I'm so used to saying that number, so don't call that number. The number you should be calling is 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. Should principal officers of your State House of Assembly be getting removed from their posts without the House informing you? Should members be suspended from the House of Assembly without the people who elected them being made aware that there is a case against them? What do you think about the Lagos Assembly suspending some of its members? Do you think these things should be done with more information to the public, or do you think the House should handle its affairs quietly? What do you think about them spending 2.4 billion on 80 cars for themselves last year? Hello? Hello? Hello, good afternoon. Sorry about that. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for calling us. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Lola.
Lola, welcome. Go ahead.
You see, if the truth must be told, I hope I'm free to speak the truth.
Yes, please.
The truth is that all these people in the House of Assembly, most of them were not elected by anybody.
Okay.
They were just, selected and catapulted to those places.
Okay.
So there was no proper primary, in the party that took them there.
Okay.
And it's this issue of godfatherism.
Okay.
So they were placed there and they had to dance to the tunes of their godfathers.
Okay.
That's just the truth.
Yeah, but be that as
Let
it
me tell
may,
you, they don't have any constituency to go and report to because they didn't put them there in the first place. You understand? So that's why they are so audacious, to do anything. And then get away with it. So, I mean, if things went the way it should go, nobody had the right or the capacity to remove any representative without recurring to their constituency. Because the constituency that is supposed to have voted them there. And if anything went wrong, the report should go to the constituency and they should take action. Then about the money that was being spent, we know all over Nigeria, even the senators and House of Reps, they are really milking this country. And I don't know who is coming to stop all this rubbish and nonsense. Well, let's continue to pray. God will help us. Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling me, Lola. Martins is in Shomolu. Hello, Martins. Martins, hello.
Hello, Sandra, President Hatpark. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Do you agree with Lola that these House of Assembly members were not elected by us to begin with, so it doesn't matter what's happening with them?
Well, I didn't listen to Lola because my phone is on speaker. My car stereo. So while waiting, it took me off the radio, took me off air.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so for me, the challenge we are having is because Lagos has only one man that decides what happens, and that is the Jagaban. He decides to become House of Assembly member. He decides to become the governor of the state. He decides to become the local government chairman. So once you offend him in any way, everybody in the house swings to one direction, and that is what we are facing about this suspension. Talking about the waste of money to buy cars for Lagos State House of Assembly people. Sandra, see, these people, I don't know what to say. After they have wasted money like this, they'll be looking for ways to punish me and you, poor people like me and you. How can Lagos State come out now and say that they want to regulate buildings, and so they want to put stamp on blocks? When you build your house, Sandra, is the house not plastered? When the house is plastered, will you still identify the blocks that are used? We are just looking for ways to make money.
But let me ask you something. Martins, let me ask you something, yes? You said that Lagos's affairs are in the hands of one man, and that man decides who's governor, who's House of Assembly, and all of that. Is this a decision that Lagosians made? Is this a choice that Lagosians made? Is it a choice that Lagosians are comfortable with?
You know what? Lagos is not comfortable with it, but the truth of the matter is that when stories like this, it will soon come out.
So if Lagosians are not comfortable with it, why do Lagosians continue to permit it?
Because Lagosians cannot do anything.
Is that true?
There's nothing you can do.
Is it true?
There's nothing you can do.
Is it true that Lagosians cannot do anything?
The Lagosians cannot do anything because we don't really vote. Our votes are not counted. So you cannot say you will vote them out. So what can you do? What can you do? These people are just there making us, take decisions they won't put into consideration. What can you do?
Let me talk to Moreni Keji. Hopefully she has a different response or an answer to what we can do. Moreni Keji, hi.
Hello, Moreni Keji is actually a man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome.
Okay, Sandra, This is my first time calling.
Oh, I'm glad to hear from
you. I'm highly delighted to know that across to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm always listening to you guys.
Okay.
And Sandra, I want to say one thing first. I pray that your station live long, because this is what we actually need in Nigeria. I haven't said that. Sandra, let's call it face. The lawmaker thing, the truth of the matter is this, because we don't have law. If you have law, you can't remove someone representing me without my consent. That's a fact. Now, what I think we should let us know is, what does the Constitution say about how being whether state or whatever suspending a member? I think we need to know, because majority of us don't know what the Constitution says.
Well, they can. The House can suspend a member, but we need to know the why. So you can suspend a member, but it's not enough to come and tell me because of insubordination and gross misconduct. What did they do?
Sorry?
So I'm saying that they can. The Constitution allows them to suspend members, right?
Oh, the Constitution allows them to do
yes,
that?
but we need to know why.
Okay.
We need to know what the reasons are for the suspension. We need to decide if it's merited.
Okay. Then that means that Sandra, we don't have the Constitution then, because if someone is representing me and it's to be kicked out by a fellow member by one Constitution.
Hello? Oh, that's
calling from
unfortunate.
Festac right now.
Babatunde, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I really want to say I appreciate your program for being so factual on this topic you have just raised about Lagos.
Okay.
Yes, I am a Lagosian by birth.
Okay.
And I must say that we are going through hell in the hand of just one man, as the other caller have just said.
Okay.
You know one thing about Nigeria, most especially Lagos. Lagos is a smart city. Just one out of many smart cities we have in the world.
Is Lagos a smart city?
Is the least, even in West Africa.
Okay.
Which other smart city in Africa can compare with Lagos? And the only thing that is bringing Lagos to this level is the godfatherism stuff that we are going through in Lagos. We must stop it. All these people you are talking about was brought into that house by just one man, and there is no how they can say the truth. Even those that you are fighting for now cannot even come out to say they want to fight for themselves. They can't fight for themselves because they came out from the back door by just one man. We just hope that Lagos people, who are actually the giver of the financial strength that Lagos is enjoying now, come out from the shell of lukewarmness and stand for their rights. Lagos is richer than Nigeria, but is being toyed with by one man, and is depriving Lagosians of their right to belong to the race, the group of smart people in the world. Yes, that's the problem we have now. So even those two people you call, they can't fight for themselves. They have benefited from this bandwagon system that we are going through now. Until Lagosians woke up from their slumber and take their future away from one man who has riddled their life and brought them to nothing. We'll continue to be like that.
Thanks for calling me. All right, quite the submission there. And to be clear, let me just make it very clear. The House can suspend members, but the question is, what was the gross misconduct? What was it? What was it? Moshood Oshun represents Lagos Mainland Constituency 2. Adewale Rahim represents Ibejuleki Constituency 2. And I am sure that the people of Mainland and Ibejuleki would want to know the precise reasons why their representatives have been suspended indefinitely. The House says it was for insubordination, and I have to ask, are members of the House expected to be subordinate? Excuse me? Is that a good enough reason to kick them out? Isn't their loyalty first and foremost to the people who elected them? Now, you may say, oh, they were not elected, they were chosen, they were put there. Be that as it may, they now currently represent a particular constituency in Lagos. And then you look at the second charge against the suspended members, and it's misconduct. What type of misconduct exactly? I mean, should the people not be informed? Should you not know what exactly happened there? Now, I tried before I came on air today to get in touch with the Speaker of the House. I also tried to get in touch with Moshood Oshun. I also tried to get in touch with Adewale Rahim. I also tried to get in touch with the Chief Whip of the House as well, Rotimi Abiru, and the Deputy Majority Leader, Olumuyiwa Jimo. I tried to get in touch with all of these people, but I think a lot of people are trying to get in touch with them. So there were a lot of calls. I couldn't get through. My call was left on waiting for a long time. The numbers were busy for a while, but we are going to keep trying to get in touch with these players in this story until we have those answers for you. You're listening to the Big Three on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 3:31.
Stay right here on the Big Three on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the Big Three.
The Big Three. On the Hard Facts.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. These are our numbers. I don't know if Chris from Okokomaiko is still on the line. Hello, Chris.
Good afternoon.
You're still there. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, my dear, I just want to comment on the second story.
Yes, go ahead.
I think that we are misinterpreting this whole thing.
Okay.
Both the Senate, House of Representatives, and even the 33 State House of Assembly, there's what they call House Standing Rules. It stipulated how every member should behave. If you go against the standing rules of the House, you are bound to be suspended. Let us not, misinterpret this whole thing. I think the House did the right thing by suspending them.
Do you know what they did? What was the misconduct?
Gross misconduct.
What was the misconduct? Say that again?
Gross misconduct was what they said.
Yes, what was the misconduct?
The gross misconduct is all about talking about misappropriation and mismanagement of funds.
Okay, where did you get that information? Where did you get that information?
I read the news online. Yesterday.
Okay. And the accusation is that these men in this story misappropriated funds?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you read it? Where online did you read it? What publication did you read it on?
It was Opera News. Opera News that posted it.
Opera News.
Yes.
Okay. And they said that these men misappropriated funds and that's why they were suspended indefinitely.
Yes.
Okay, Chris. Thanks for calling. We're going to confirm that assertion that you've made. Joseph in Chevron, hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon to you. Thanks for calling.
All right. Thank you very much. I want to say very quickly, I want to concur with what some of the caller said.
Okay.
And this gets me crazy. I want to say until we take, as in Lagosian, take the on by the bull, the same system will continue like this. Thank you very much. I rest my case.
All right, Joseph, until we take the bull by the horn, this will continue. The Lagos state government is closing down a section of Aghogho Bridge for repairs. This comes after an inspection of the bridge by a joint team from LASMA, the Federal Road Safety Corps, and the Federal Ministry of Transport and the state and federal ministries of works. The state government decided that urgent repair work was needed between the Alaka and Costain portions of the bridge. For now, traffic will be diverted. And I'm going to read out some of the alternative routes suggested by the government until the bridge is fully reopened. Quote, motorists can also pass from Bode Thomas to Eric Moore Road and connect Abebe Village, Nigerian breweries, to Costain and link their destinations through National Theatre to Aghogho Bridge. Other alternative routes provided are from National Stadium to connect Shita Roundabout, onward to Adeni Rogusanya Road, Bode Thomas. Eric Moore to Abebe Village, Nigerian Brewers, and Costain to link destination through Aghogho Bridge. And motorists from Ojolegba are also advised to ply Teju Osho through to Yaba, Murtala Mohammed Way, to Oyingbo, Ido Oto to Idumota Bridge or Carter Bridge and connect their destination. Commuters from Agege Motor Road or Ikorodu Road should drive through the Jibowu Road to connect Herbert Makule Way to Adekunle and Third Mainland Bridge towards Lagos Island or other destinations, end of quote. The governor of the state has something to say about this particular road closure as well.
So it's really more for us to take a full precautionary measure. So that's why we do not want to take anything to chance, and these are bridges that are not also made for us to have dead weight on them. And what do I mean dead weight? All the heavy trucks and containers that will be packed on them. They are not designed for such usage. So what we'll do is we'll go back, with our Ministry of Transportation, and we'll do a full traffic impact assessment, and we'll see where we can advise our commuters, to begin to move their traffic and vehicular movement to.
Aghogho has finally joined us in the studio. Aghogho.
Yeah, Shakubaku. And thankfully, I'm not at the Alaka Bridge where plenty of drama, I can imagine, is already going on. And the part of the governor's speech that got me thinking was when he talked about the fact that you had trucks on the bridges for a long period in time, and perhaps linking their presence on the bridges to the state of the bridges. And not just this bridge, but several bridges in Lagos in the last 2-3 years have been home to heavy-duty trucks. And if this is linked to that, what about the several other bridges that will be happening? And the good thing for several residents, already the Funshaw Williams Avenue, that's linking you through towards the stadium and through Costain. There's a lot of work going on there already. I tried to go there last week, and I suddenly realized I had to go through the Nigeria Breweries Abebe through Bode Thomas. And I said, if they didn't have all of these several bridges and roads and networks of bridges around that axis through National Theatre, people could escape. What would have happened if this bridge has been shut down? And that's exactly what is going on, that they can explore these other routes in getting into the island. But the wahala is, how do you get out of Surulere if you get stuck in any of these places? Maybe your GPS has to be updated. I was telling someone that if you were approaching Costain through Akpongbo, through Aghogho Bridge, and then you got down and then you were heading into Costain, on the GPS it was saying, take the roundabout. You took the roundabout. It says, take the roundabout, because you were supposed to go straight on, but now that road has been cordoned and it's just one way. So rather than two-way, you can't approach you cannot approach Surulere through Funshaw Williams anymore. And it says, take the roundabout. And the guy said, I could do this for the next 30 minutes and keep taking the roundabout and not be able to approach Surulere. So,
but the map actually automatically updates once there's a road closure. So for
this
instance,
one did not update.
Legalia Yorin Day has been closed for a while, and the map updated that it was closed.
Yes.
So now it takes you through an alternative.
This one
if
did
you're
take
coming
me
to
too.
the office.
Well, eventually when I got through to through the Nigeria Brewery, through Bode Thomas, it now redirected me that this is where you will take. But there's going to be plenty of, a lot of people in Surulere already have issues with the traffic there. Well, if it's for the infrastructure to get better, because that town has grown more than 5, 6, 7 times what it was originally, then it is for the best. Because in truth, many of those bridges, like the governor pointed out, running into 4, 5 decades, haven't had any major reconstruction work happen on them, save for the Third Mainland Bridge every now and then. But all of the other bridges, Kata Bridge, Eko Bridge, you don't have anything going on there.
The first thing I noticed was that the government has not given us a time frame. You know, how long will the bridge section be closed? It's an important question because people are having to adjust their lives and their routines. Some would even ask, how come this is happening with such short notice? Normally, with bridge repair, the public is told weeks in advance so that people can make plans ahead of time. But there's something in the official statement that answers this, by the way. Government felt the damage needed to be repaired urgently to avoid danger to the public. So basically, the damage has gotten quite bad and they had to close the bridge sharp and fix it.
In fact, there's a report from the Federal Controller of Works who told the News Agency of Nigeria that, look, we just discovered that the bearings are broken and we are here to shut it down for the safety of motorists. We're shutting it down so that we can carry out full investigation.
But that raises another question.
A viral video, which shows a section of the bridge which is
wobbly.
No, which is divided already, and then the civil engineers can explain better. But I'm sure if anyone had seen that, we'd probably be thinking, boy, maybe this had to be done as quickly as possible to avert disaster from happening.
But it raises another question. Why did they let the bridge get that bad? Shouldn't there have been earlier routine checks? Anyway, how will this thing affect you? Will it affect you? Will the closure of Eko Bridge affect you? Do you use the bridge to or from work? How often do you pass there? What do you think about the recent work, all the recent road work by government? Do you think it's been well planned and well executed so far? 012770993 is our old number. Please don't call that. I'm going to get used to not saying that number. The new number is 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. We have a few people calling in. Hello.
Chiedu calling from the Gimu.
Chiedu, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're live on the show.
Yes, I want to know who will pay for the repair of that bridge now. Because for long now, all the trucks normally park there. So who is going to pay? Who is going to pay? Who's going to pay for those?
It has to be the federal government because it's a federal infrastructure, actually. So if the Federal Ministry of Works is in charge of that bridge, Lagos State government maybe can provide some support. But since it's most federal bridges, like the Third Mainland, it was handled from the Federal Ministry of Works purse.
But the government knew the people that own those trucks that were parking those trucks there. Why can't they meet them and let them pay? So if they pay for the damage that they caused, it will be a decent for other people to do that again.
It's a long conversation, I assure you.
Have anything about them packing
it's a long conversation. When we spoke with the Association of the Tanker Drivers, they said they carried out their own feasibility studies and told the government then that these bridges were being compromised. They said, well, if you can't provide us an alternative pack for our trucks, we have to leave them there. And then the state government allowed them leave it there, all this while. So it's something that they knew was bound to happen.
Okay. Sorry, before I go, the governor the governor's speech didn't even say anything concerning the people that parked the truck. Those trucks have been there for a very long time. It is well with the country. Thank you.
Ajayi is in motion. Hello, Ajayi.
Hello.
Thanks for calling.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Concerning the suspension of the Lagos representatives that were suspended, I want to join the previous callers that said Lagos has been hijacked and the decision has been taken by only one person. And the rest, they are taking the decision for they are there for the interest of a particular person. You see? Not that I was told, it was what I witnessed. This general election, the last general election, I was not told. I saw it by myself. You see, we used to blame our people are left. People they will not come out to come and vote. They are telling their vote. When people decided not to sell their vote and ready to even vote, they were using cane. They used cane to chase these women, all these women. Because there was a particular man at meeting. That man was in another political party called Accord. Okay. I don't want to mention him. I can even mention his name. Tako. Okay. This man was very kind, generous to the children, giving them free ride to school. During holiday, we give them free holiday coaching, take them to school, come back during holiday, free everything. So during the election, it was even the children that were even campaigning for this man. Okay. That is mommy. That the Okay. And during that election day, they knew what the people are ready to do. They were using cane to chase people away from the polling booth. Okay. I was not told. So you blame people that people are telling that people ready to vote. But Lagos State has been hijacked. Let us stand and say the truth. It has been hijacked. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Ajayi. Adeola is in Victoria Island. Hello, Adeola.
Hi.
Turn your radio off. Good afternoon.
Turn my radio off, yeah?
Yes, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to comment about the road closure.
Okay.
On Michelle Williams.
Okay.
So I live on that axis, yeah.
Okay.
But then that was a project that was done without no notification. You know, we just woke up this morning and bang, Alaka Bridge is closed. How? You know, I think this project handler should communicate more. Help us road users understand their intention. Because it feels very sad. They are doing the same thing on Ikorodu Road. If you go to Ojota towards Kechi, do the same thing. You shut down. You are doing such big projects at the same time. It doesn't really add up. You should finish them.
So you would say it's disrupted your routine, huh?
Not just my routine. I could manage it. What about others that couldn't? Do you understand? You know, do them in stages. And then one thing I noticed that could be done better, you see that BRT route. Why can't they use time? You see how they do it in UK is that certain time when it's busy, that road is open to all. Okay. Right. Yeah? It should be open to all just to ease traffic. And then when you feel it's okay to close it again. So it should be time driven. Just for now. It's a project, yeah? It's not going to take forever. It's only going to be like temporary. And then we'll go back to normal later. But now you need to do something, you know, not you. Those people, they need to make decisions that will really affect us. They are trying to do something that will be beneficial to us.
They want to help Surulere people.
Yeah. Is it Surulere people or Lagos State as a whole? If you leave Surulere, we don't really need it. Not the headache that they're bringing into the environment. You want to go out, you need to go and travel through Costain, travel through. I went through a route I've never been today. That one that goes on the bridge. So
but which is better for you? For the hours that you were on Funshaw Williams when the road isn't good at all, then what is happening there now?
The road was good. It's just those tankers. How do you mean the road was not good? Though it might be something we don't see or the disaster waiting to happen. But then take the tankers off and see if there will be traffic on there.
All right, let's talk
go back to Ojota Road, please. So tell them to do something meaningful there. You know, you can't just lock people down. Traveling from there to Ikorodu is like, or from Ikorodu to the island or mainland is like 4 hours. I've seen that happen before. I was like, wow. Is this really a project? Projects are meant to suit the environment. Don't kill us before you finish your project.
To Maxwell in Ejibgo. Hello, Maxwell.
Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Hey, Makushi.
I want to pull two of you. I want to pull your left. I know early 70s you were very young. You wouldn't know what was happening here then. When we had the Ray Julius Vega, the ones we have here now, they are just mere charlatans. The Ray Julius Vega then, when they want issues of this nature, that is very sensitive. By 12 midnight, when everybody is gone to bed, the 4 hours, they are done with it. You wake up in the morning, you see a very massive job done. And you'll be clapping hands. What do you obtain now? All over the place. We know that they are doing a good job, but you don't do a good thing at the wrong time. For God's sake. Like people have been stressing, why must those trucks be on the bridge at full expense? If there's any problem now, who is going to bear the brunt? Common man on the street. Is that the best thing to do? Take the trucks off there now. Guide the bullet and do the right thing. Take the trucks off the road. For how long will they continue to be there? Look at somewhere at Sagam. Why don't you create a park for them so that those of them who are genuinely coming to lift their consignment will come at a specified time, approved time, and they'll come and leave their consignment and go. And leave the road for the other people to use, other road users to use without stress.
Yeah, trucks
Why
everywhere.
must you continue like this now? It's not good. It's not good. If I tell you what I saw today from Sulere to Aghogho Road back to Sulere, man, no, I don't know.
Let's talk to Uche. Uche might know. Uche is in Lekki. Hello, Uche.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, I want to comment on the suspension of the Lagos State House of Assembly members. I don't know if it's okay for me.
Yes, go ahead. Comment on the 3 stories. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, fine. You know, so many callers called and then they were complaining about the fact that Lagos is controlled by one man. Apparently they are referring to Tinubu. I think they let it. I'm not a Lagosian anyway, but you only let those kind of things to happen because, I mean, the reason why it's happening is because you allow it to happen.
Because you allowed it.
I mean, someone said that our votes will not count. It's not true. The reason you keep on sitting in your house assuming your vote won't count. Yeah, I know in every election anywhere in the world there is rigging, right? But sometimes you give them a number that is like important rig. Until we understand the power of numbers, such thing will continue to happen.
True.
I mean, to be fair to Tinubu again, I don't think every local government chairman under PDP, APC, or every Lagos State House of Assembly member under APC has a contact with Tinubu. I just like the other guy said, there is a standing order in every State House of Assembly. Once you violate this thing, the House can suspend you. You understand? Though the way I find this a bit this is the fact that we have communication problem in this country. I mean, starting from the federal government, they find it so difficult for them to communicate, to tell us what they want to do. Why? I mean, just like you said, if you're suspending my representative, then you should communicate with me. You should tell me, let me know. I can't just wake up one day and realize that the person that that is asked to represent me is no longer there because they suspended it. Because if they suspend it, he won't be on the floor of the State
House of Assembly.
You know. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling, Uche, and sharing that with us. Bode is in Victoria Island. Bode, hi.
Sorry?
You're live on the show now, Bode. Go ahead.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yes, Sandra.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm good. My name is Toby, calling from Victoria Island at the moment.
All right.
I'd like to contribute to the political imbroglio at the House of Assembly.
Imbroglio, huh? Go ahead.
Okay, good. Now, I tell you, everybody that has spoken, they said the truth. And the truth is, it is only God that can rescue Lagos.
Is it?
If you want to know how true that is, if you remember during the election, something happened at Aghogho
Palace Way,
where somebody hijacked the ballot box, and the people revolted and almost killed him. This guy was rescued eventually, but guess what? Where is the guy today? That is treasonable. But where is the guy today? I am sure that guy is walking freely on the streets of Lagos. The law has nothing that kill him all up. Some man can nothing until the time when
all right, but thanks for calling through. Okay, so I agree that we have to calm in ourselves before something can about the situation in Lagos. Del, hello, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for the topic you have just taken this afternoon. I want to talk about Lagos politics. It's possible for people to vote and people with cutlasses down his life in the case of Ghana. It's going to be very difficult for the APC to be deposed in the state if things like this go on. I think empire should lead on how this thing is going to subside. If like this, it's going to be a one-party state.
How is going to subside? What is that?
Now,
voting in Lagos State as Lagos politicians.
Okay.
It will be impossible for people to go to the polling booth and vote when some people come out with classes who are being paid for. It might be difficult to substantiate, but that is the truth. And I'm looking at a situation where emphasis is not being laid on these things I'm talking about. Emphasis should be laid on it so that people can. The fear to go and vote will not be there. People will be free to vote at any time. They call them for food and Please, I want this station. I listen to Sean every time.
Good.
But it looks as if this thing is not being emphasized so much. It's not going to be taken by this station alone. It's going to be taken by everybody. But emphasis will be laid. Lagos will not be one party state many years.
All right, let's talk to Mohammed in the last call for the big three today. Mohammed.
Good afternoon, Sandra. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to speak on this Lagos Assembly
matter. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hello, Mohammed. Hello? I hate it when that happens. But thank you so much for trying to call into the show. Thank you to everybody who called in. If you sent a message on WhatsApp, thank you for sending it. But we're having some technical matter here, so we cannot access the message on WhatsApp.
Unfortunately.
Very unfortunate. But coming up is the glass ceiling. On the glass ceiling today, let's talk about this matter raging in Cross River State and the profession especially. I have a story that I'll share with you that will look into a previous episode of the glass ceiling. Sandra Ezekwesili.
I'm Aghogho.
Hard Facts will be right back.